Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. After 4 years of not at all soul-crushing work and time and dedication, we have finally reached a milestone that only a select several hundreds of thousands of others ever get to achieve. It is my privilege to announce to all of you formally that in January of 2021, the Critical Nobody channel surpassed 100,000 subscribers. Good year. That's right, officially the Critical Nobody channel has 100,000 subscribers. That's 100,000 of you that stumbled across some random video of mine at some point and for some reason thought I was worth sticking around for. And let me start out by saying, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to each and every one of you that thought I was worth your time. I am honestly shocked and humbled by that. I never thought that I'd ever get here, and it's weird now that I am. To commemorate this joyous occasion, I figured a nice, simple, laid-back Q&A would suffice, so I asked you guys on Twitter and on my YouTube community page to throw some questions at me, and I'd give some answers and hopefully make something semi-interesting or entertaining. However, I'm not delusional or egotistical enough to think I'm that interesting of a guy. So I also thought that I would use this opportunity to do something a bit more special, to do something that I've actually been wanting to do for several months now. A while ago, I went down this very particular rabbit hole on YouTube of watching streamer donation reaction videos where people throw obscene amounts of money at small streamers who don't have much of an audience and see how they react. Because it's a big deal when anyone gets a sizable donation, but when someone with like 5 viewers gets it, it's just so unexpected and it makes their day. It probably makes their week. And these kind of videos are very wholesome and fun to watch, and I've really wanted to do one myself. Now, unfortunately, I don't have tens of thousands of dollars burning a hole in my pocket. God, I wish I did. But I do have a couple hundred that I'd like to give away, so periodically throughout this Q&A, I'm gonna go over to Twitch and find a small streamer without many viewers and hopefully make their day by gifting some subs to them. Because I know from experience, as someone that streams a lot, when you're sitting there and you're playing a game and you're kind of talking to yourself, not much is going on, if someone throws you a sub or $5, it really just makes your day. It brightens everything up. In fact, I'm actually gonna start by looking for someone to gift subs to right now.
Hey, get out of the way, Reaper. Come here, Reaper. Come on. There you go.
First stream I click on, and it's immediate doggos. I don't think I could ask for a better start, really. So we've got SaltyReapr here. He's playing the Resident Evil 3 remake, which, you know, I didn't love. I made a whole video detailing my problems with
disgusting.
it, but he seems to be enjoying himself.
Please feel free to chat away in chat. Talk to anyone that you would like to talk to. We're all cool people here. The combination of... All right.
Yeah, that's the reaction most of us had to Nemesis.
Oh my goodness. Critical NB just gifted 10 subs. Critical, thank you for the congrats. I am having a wonderful night, and I will continue to do so. Everyone is after that top spot. Critical's got it right now, though. Not gonna lie, Mark.
I think it speaks volumes that he had a much stronger reaction to my gifted subs than he had to the 10-foot-tall mutated monster that was trying to kill him, but that's Resident Evil 3 for you. Alright, so let's start answering some questions. I think it's only fitting that I start by answering the question that I get all of the time in YouTube comments, in Twitch chat, and naturally when I made my community post, I saw it repeated there. And that is, reviewing every Metal Gear or Metal Gear Solid. When? Why haven't you? What's the deal? What's going on there? I know that that is the video that everyone is expecting from me, because I've kind of covered, like, 2 of the 3 major long-running stealth franchises, Splinter Cell and Hitman. So everyone is always expecting, hey, Metal Gear, when are you doing it? And I do plan on doing it at some point. I am a Metal Gear Solid fan. I have played many of those games, and I love them. I love that series. But to be honest, it's also very intimidating. When I look at that series and I look at all of the games in it, especially if you count just Metal Gear games that don't say Solid in the title, it's very daunting. And I honestly don't know how I'm going to approach that video. I think when, I'm going to get to it at some point, but I think whenever that happens, I'm just going to cover Metal Gear Solid, because that's what I'm familiar with. I feel like I know what I'm talking about in regards to those games, and it also gives me a more manageable amount of games. It's not to say I'll never get to the others. I think I would do Metal Gear Solid, and then at some point later, I would do everything else, like the Famicom games and the spin-offs and stuff like that. Though I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to change how I approach doing the reviewing every videos. I think it might be a better idea if, instead of trying to get all of them crammed into one super long video, if instead I do like 2 or 3 parts, and then after those are out as separate things, put them together and then do that. I think that might be better. But yeah, I'm still thinking that through. Bottom line, I will get to Metal Gear at some point. I promise you that. Hamza asks, do you have any tips for people who are aspiring YouTubers like me? And also, what's your favorite game of all time? To get the second part out of the way, I don't know, because there's so many different games, amazing games that I have played, and sometimes I'm in the mood for one and not the other, and depending on when you ask me, my answer might change, so I honestly can't answer that. I have games that I think would be in the running, but I don't really have a definitive answer for favorite period number 1. As for tips for aspiring YouTubers, I wouldn't really consider myself an authority on the subject, because I've been at this for many, many, many years, and my growth has been, pretty slow, all things considered. I'd consider my success up to this point pretty modest, but I do have one piece of advice that I would really want to hammer in to anyone that wants to pursue YouTube or streaming or whatever. Basically, see YouTube or Twitch or whatever as a side thing, as a hobby, something you do for fun. Do not go into this thinking, oh, I'm going to be famous and I'm going to be making all the money and YouTube or Twitch can be my career, because the truth of the matter is that very few people actually get to that level. You can make the greatest content in the world that nobody watches. So have it be a side thing while you keep going to school or pursuing other career avenues. And if one day you get lucky and you manage to blow up and build an audience and make that your career and you can transition over to that, that's fantastic. But that's pretty much my advice. Don't put all of your eggs into the YouTube or streamer basket. Do other things. Ghosty asks, if you have the chance to make a remake of one of your favorite games, which one would you pick? None of them. I don't need every game I've ever loved to be remade. It's been proven time and time again that remaking a game can be very hit or miss. Sometimes you get something great, and sometimes you completely miss the point of what made the original great. So yeah, you don't need to remake. Make new stuff. And while you're at it, take those old favorites and make them easily accessible on modern platforms. That would be nice. I'd much rather prefer that over a remake. So next on the sub train is Maria, or not Maria, 1317, who seems to be doing some kind of Minecraft bamboo ASMR. Is that a thing? Is that a subgenre of Minecraft play I wasn't aware of? Alright, if I'm being honest, there's actually something kind of weirdly, hypnotically satisfying about this. Well, if that's not worth 10 gifted subs, then I don't know what is.
I need to keep some so I can get... Ah! Someone's doing something! gifting 10 tier 1 subs. Oh my god. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you so much. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. For the bamboo ASMR. Thank you. One of the gifted subs went to the little brother of my ex. Oh, that's so. Oh, that's.
Oh.
Ooh.
Shit. Ooh.
Oh man, Blocky
Sorry.
got one too. Praise be to Critical. Oh my god.
32.7 asks, what is your favorite video game console? See, my knee-jerk answer is one of two things. It's either the N64, because I just have such childhood reverence for that console, and I have so many good memories from it. But I also really loved the original Xbox. During that console generation of Xbox, PS2, and GameCube, I was always more of an Xbox boy. Like, I was a staunch defender of that platform. It had Chaos Theory on it. How could you not love it, right? And generally, when there were multi-platform releases, the Xbox version was always the best one, because it was technically the most powerful console. Gun to my head, I might say original Xbox. Louis Medina asks, will you ever actually be on a normal schedule for videos? I would like to be. I see how often so many other channels can pump stuff out and how they have multiple videos planned in advance, and I would love to strive to that, but I am such a piece of shit who is so set in his procrastinating ways. It's my biggest character flaw, I think, is that I put things off and put things off and put things off and think, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow, but I do that several days in a row, and it means that my process takes longer than a lot of other people. I know that if I hunkered down and said, all right, I'm going to sit at my desk and I'm going to write a page and I can't get up until it's done, I know if I did that, I could probably have a video out every 2 to 3 weeks. But that's just a personal flaw that I have to overcome. I don't know if I ever will. I can't promise that I will. There are a lot of things with me that I need to work on, but hopefully one day. But honestly, all we can do is hope for the best. Salami King 7 asks, what are your top 3 missions in Chaos Theory? Bank is number 1 without a doubt. Number 2, I think I put the Displace offices, mainly because that's another mission that I know how to ghost through without touching anybody. And the third one, maybe Cargo Ship? I've just always really liked that level. Astro Bricks asks, what is your personal favorite Halo game? My knee-jerk reaction is to say Halo Reach. I don't know if that is considered a controversial opinion. I have had 1 or 2 people over the years react to that negatively, like, oh, really? Why? Reach? Of all the Halos. But I don't know, something about how all of those pieces come together, it just speaks to me. So, yeah, I guess I'll go with Reach. Here we have a gentleman playing my Game of the Year for 2020, Demon Souls. He's currently shooting a whole lot of arrows into a dragon.
I am very much regretting my decision to send those arrows back to my home base. Damn. Watch me not even kill it here. Watch me get it low and it just fuck off like the red dragon did.
A few moments later.
I have a limited amount of magic, so I'm only even gonna... I know I can land this spell. Yeah. What a dick! You giant dickhole! Why? I knew that was gonna happen!
Yeah. That happens to everybody. You waste all that time,
God.
all those arrows.
God damn. Oh my god! Holy shit! Critical NB. Thank you. Holy shit. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say to that. Here. I have an audio clip for you. Or a couple. Here's this one. And then also, Critical.
If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Okay, the second one is from a Souls game. I don't know what the first one was from.
Thank you, Critical, so much. Here's a jolly praise the sun emote in real life.
Zets, I think, has 2 questions. The first is, since you were disappointed with The Last of Us Part 2, what's your favorite narrative-focused game? And number 2, what are some trends that you liked and others that you hated that got popular in the gaming industry? I'm generally very bad at answering these kind of questions because I've played so many things over the years that I'm naturally forgetting stuff and new stuff is coming in, and whenever someone's like, oh, what's your favorite this style of game or this genre, I just tend to draw a blank. But if we're talking about strictly narrative-focused games, or at least games where the narrative is the most important part, a game that immediately springs to mind is Gone Home. It hit me, man. Like, it made me feel. I'm a curmudgeon. I'm a dick. It's very hard for a game or a movie or whatever to elicit true emotion out of me. But for Gone Home, I was legitimately worried about the characters in that game. And I don't want to spoil it. I know it's years old, but I highly recommend that if you haven't played Gone Home, please do so yourself. I've recommended that game to friends over the years, and they play it, and they're honestly as blown away as I am. I have yet to have a friend come to me and go, oh, that game was stupid. Why'd you even recommend it? God, I loved Gone Home. As for the second question, it's hard for me to think of gaming trends that I like anymore, because inevitably when a game has a good idea, everyone just copies it and dilutes it, and it becomes this thing that you're either indifferent to or you start to actively despise. But as for a trend that I absolutely hate that got popular in the industry, the normalization of monetization. I am so sick of games nickel and diming players after you've already paid up front for them. I made that whole cosmetics video where I talked about this. I also mentioned this in the Why I Don't Trust Ubisoft with Splinter Cell video. But yeah, the fact that companies now can just rip out content that used to be there, used to be included with the base purchase, they can rip it out and sell it back to you, and some people defend that practice. It drives me insane. You are actively making the industry worse when you defend this bullshit. Monetization, that needs to die, and it needs to die now. Lanessa Moose asks, when will you find a girlfriend? What's a girl? Milk Dud asks, do you ever feel discouraged when your hot takes, Majora's Mask, RE2 Remake, garner lots of negativity? No, not really. I mean, when I put out a video like that, where the opinion that I'm showcasing is contrarian to the positive consensus that's out there, of course, you have to expect some kind of pushback. Although, with the RE2 Remake, I didn't expect quite the level of hostility that I ended up getting. Of course, I don't want people to hate me, I don't want to put out content that gets me a lot of shit, but the trick is you have to learn to just push aside all of the idiots who are screaming into the void about nothing, who are just upset and lashing out, and listen to the actual constructive criticism or feedback, people who you might disagree with but explain in like a concise way why they think you're wrong, or even people that actually point out factual inconsistencies. Those are worth listening to. But generally, if I get a bunch of pushback, I look at why, and if it's justified, then okay, but most of the time it's not. So no, I don't really get discouraged. Frustrated a little, maybe, when people are misinterpreting what I'm saying or twisting my words, but other than that, yeah, it's just the internet being the internet. Hey, do you guys remember when I made a video on RuneScape? No, you don't. None of you watched it. Don't lie. Speaking of which, we got a guy here playing some old-school RuneScape with friends of his. It seems like he's going about his business. He's chatting with his buddies.
I don't know if we have a Buffalo Wild Wings, actually. Let me look it up.
Oh, then you're missing out, dude.
No, I went there when I was in the States. When I came back and visited.
Let me clarify. It's good for like a chain restaurant. Like, are they the best chicken wings I've ever had? No, they're not. But they are, like, as far as readily accessible chicken wings go, they are the best.
Yeah, that's pretty much Buffalo Wild Wings in a nutshell. All right, my man is eating a burrito. So that's what he's getting subs now for our shared love of burritos.
my god, welcome to the family, honey.
Critical NB, oh my god, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. That's huge, thank you. RuneScape isn't my thing, but I do enjoy burritos. Oh, well, thank you. Cool. That's so cool to go into a raid to with 10 gifted subs. Awesome, thank you.
Garblowski asks, what compelled you to start making YouTube videos in the first place, and why didn't you decide to go down the path of just simple gameplay commentary and instead took the path of making highly edited and scripted videos? The reason I started making YouTube videos in the first place 10 years ago was to distract myself from a breakup. My first girlfriend and I broke up, and to anyone that's ever been in a relationship, they can tell you that that first one feels like the end of the world. It feels like you'll never recover. And so during all of that, I started playing Minecraft to distract myself. This was so long ago that Minecraft hadn't taken over the world yet. It was still in alpha state. And in order to play that game and know what you were doing, you had to look at a wiki or watch YouTube videos. And so I started watching Minecraft Let's Plays. And then I thought, hey, maybe I could do this. And so my first videos are some very awful, terrible, please do not ever watch them Minecraft Let's Plays on an old channel that I had. And now here we are, 10 years later. Yeah, God. And as for why I don't do more simple content, it's because I've already done that stuff in the past. On the old channel I just mentioned, I did compilations, commentary videos, Let's Plays, things like that. And after that channel kind of fizzled out, I decided to try my hand at making a different type of video, which are these review-style videos that I had been watching other creators make for several years. So, yeah, that's that. The Bomb 11747 asks, if you enjoy Assassin's Creed, which is your favorite game in the Assassin's Creed series? So I used to enjoy Assassin's Creed. I played them from the very first game all the way up to Syndicate. Those are the ones I finished. But once the series moved into being more of an RPG, where stabbing someone in the neck doesn't kill them because, well, they're higher level than you, I just did not like that design change. But as for my favorite, Brotherhood or Black Flag. I haven't played Brotherhood in a long time, but yeah, it's between those two. Chef Demo Gordon Ramsay asks, how did you come up with the name Critical Nobody? Man, I wish I had some kind of cool origin story for the name, or it's somehow connected to my childhood or something, but it's actually a lot more simple than that. When I decided to make a new channel, I agonized for months over what the name should be, and I just couldn't settle on one that I liked. I don't remember a lot of the ideas that I came up with, but one of them that I do remember, because it's important, was Critical Outcast. Because I'm going to be critical of stuff, video games on the internet, and also Outcast, because I've always considered myself kind of a loser or a loner, so I just thought it worked. But something about that name, I kind of liked it, but it just didn't really sit well. It kind of sounded like a failed high school metal band. So I went on Twitter one day to my much, 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 much smaller follower base back then, and I said something along the lines of, I can't come up with a name, and I feel like I'm not making any progress, and this really sucks. And then somebody replied to that tweet saying, but I thought you already came up with a name. Wasn't it Critical Nobody or something like that? And I looked at that name. Something about it just struck me, and I liked it. And I let it stir for a while, and that's what I decided to settle on. So the great origin of the Critical Nobody name is somebody on Twitter misremembering a different name that I came up with. Speedrunning is something that I consider myself a casual fan of. I don't usually watch speedruns themselves. I more watch compilations or analysis videos after the fact. But on that note, we have StardewLuna, who is practicing for a Super Mario 64 speedrun. She's having a friend coach her through.
I won't spend too much time on this.
We're gonna teach you how to do the owl, don't worry.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm scared of the owl.
Don't be scared of the owl.
I'm definitely scared of the owl. Hey!
Holy shit, it only took her like 2 minutes to get that. That was impressive.
Good job.
Frickers, I got it. Thanks, Beal. Look at that.
Wow.
We do an owless up in here. It's not like I'm starting fresh, right? Why are people gifting subs? Why? Excuse me?
Wait, you got affiliate?
Yeah, I got affiliate, but also...
Well, I got gifted. You.
What the hell?
I can't get a founder's badge.
Jesus,
No.
Critical MB. I don't know why you're doing this, but thank you. I appreciate it. Dear
Dude,
Lord.
10-pack.
Yeah, what the hell? Thank you very, very much. This is ridiculous.
Savage.
I just got affiliate literally yesterday, so that's pretty wild.
All right, guys, that's where I'm going to choose to end this particular video. All of the Twitch streamers that were showcased here today can be found down in the description below in the order that they appeared. Go check them out, give them a follow, see if they're to your liking, and who knows, maybe one day they'll blow up and have 100,000 followers, and you can say that you were there when they were just starting out. Let me end by saying one more time, thank you to each and every one of you that decided to hit that subscribe button, that thought I was worth sticking around for after watching some of my content. Although, you know what? Screw that. Thank you to anyone that ever watched anything I ever did. Even if you've only seen a couple of my videos or just one, or hell, even if you saw something of mine and you watched it for 5 minutes and decided that I wasn't for you, still, thank you for giving me a shot, for giving me any of your time. I truly do appreciate it. I honestly don't believe I'll hit another milestone like this, but I have been wrong before, so hopefully I'll be able to celebrate 200,000, 250,000, a million one day. We'll see. Thank you all for being here, thank you all for supporting me, and thank you all for 100,000 subscribers. See ya.